Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Dear Dream Diary with your host, Ashley. This is episode 4. I hope you guys are all enjoying my podcast, and I hope you had a good week. My week has been pretty hard. Both my kids are sick. I am very thankful for my mother, though. She helps me a lot, and my week would have been a lot worse if it wasn't for her. So thank you so much, Mom. I love you and appreciate you. I am excited for the dream for this episode. It is pretty interesting. I will also mention that usually when I read the dream cards that I read, I'm reading it for the first time. However, I did record this episode, or I tried to record this episode already once, and I was having technical difficulties. So unfortunately, I already know the outcome of the cards, but you guys don't, so that's okay. But so I'm trying to figure out how to edit things. I know how to amplify my voice and remove background noise. That's about it. I want to learn how to edit other stuff so that I don't have to keep re-recording my episodes. And I want to be able to react at the same, as I'm reading the cards, I want to be able to react to the cards as I'm reading them. I don't want to already know the outcome of the card as I'm reading them. So I'll figure that out. It's all a learning curve. That's okay. You guys don't know the outcome of the card. I do. So I'm gonna share it with you. And hopefully I can figure all that other stuff out after. I also want the show to be authentic. I don't want too much editing. So just kind of small things here and there. Anyways, I'm rambling. So going back to, I don't know, I think I did mention it already in one of the episodes, the books that I'm reading. I have 3 books that I was reading. I finished one of them, the audiobook that I was listening to. I use an audiobook app, and almost every single book is on there. I love it. I can't find all of the books, but that's okay. So I listened to the audiobook, I finished that, and then the paperback book I have on lucid dreaming, I also found it on my audiobook there and started listening to it. I do really enjoy this other book, this second lucid dreaming book, more than the first one. I'll post it on my social media so you guys can see that in case you guys wanted to check it out. Yeah, so I really do enjoy those books. And one of the things I learned from it, which I kind of already knew about Stephen King, but a lot of famous people or history people who are known, got their ideas from a dream. Some musicians, writers, a couple doctors who are known in history. I'm going to write down the names and I'll mention them on my next episode. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. You guys might have already known that, but I didn't know that some of the people got their ideas from dreams. And back in the day, they used to have doctors who would record dreams. This is a long time ago. Who would have somebody sleep in their office, wake up, tell them their dreams, and then they would think on it. This is a temple that they used to do this in. They would have them sleep in the temple, dream, tell them their dream in the morning, and then they would come up with some sort of healing process from that dream, which is pretty interesting. I thought that was really cool. Anyways, that's the information I'm getting from the second book that I'm reading. So once I'm completely done it, I will be writing notes to share on my next episode. And I'm also going to set a goal to have this dream book by Rose and Sierra finished by my next episode as well, so that I can share some information from that as well. I did have this discussion with my one friend about how I want to get all this information all at once, and I'm impatient and I don't want to wait, but I do want to retain the information. I don't want to just read a book for the satisfaction of saying that, hey, I read this book, I'm done, cool, great. No, I want to retain the information, I want to learn from it, and I want to share that information as well. So it's funny because my friend said, calm down, whatever. So yeah, I'm going to read my dream now, and I do just want to mention the dream cards that I'm reading today is actually also one of my friends messaged me about a dream, and we kind of discussed the dream, and the cards that I'm reading I hope can relate to his dream. I know one of the cards definitely relates to it, and hopefully you can get something from one or both of the cards. But yeah, so I'm going to read my dream and then I'm going to read those cards. I also was not going to pull a oracle card, but these dream cards came, like half the deck is dream cards and half the deck is oracle cards. I wasn't going to read one of them, but in my first time recording, I decided to, and then the card that ended up coming out was actually pretty interesting, and I can't wait to get to that. But I'm going to read the dream and then we'll go into the cards. So here we go. Dear Dream Diary, in this dream, I was being brought to look at houses for sale. The one house I looked at was very old and falling apart. When I tried to leave, I ended up getting stuck at the front door. There were ghosts talking to me and holding me back, not allowing me to leave. The foyer of the house turned into an elevator shaft, and I ended up being pulled to the bottom by the ghosts, one by one. I kept trying to yell to the realtor to come help me, but he was the one who had to let me out, and he refused to. He ended up leaving me there, being consumed by all the ghosts. End here. I do just want to say, when I say end here in my dream, that's usually when I wake up, so I have nothing more to say, so that you guys know that now. Yeah, so the dream cards that I pulled are, the first one is house buildings, which is relatable to this because I was buying or looking at houses for sale. And before I read the card, actually, I do kind of want to describe or a little bit more what this looked like, because again, as I'm reading these dreams to you guys, I'm picturing it again and seeing the things that I saw in the dream again in my head while I'm reading this. So when I was being brought to the house, I was walking up to the house and it had like about 6 or 7 stairs up to a wooden porch that had an upper level, and the porch was covered by an upper balcony, and it all looked kind of dark and dirty and falling apart and looked like it should have been condemned. And I don't remember opening the door, but it was like a cut scene, and then I ended up inside the house without the realtor. The realtor never came in the house with me. I just got the sense of knowing that the realtor left me there. And I also got a feeling that this isn't the first time he did this. This is what he does. He does it all the time. He brings people to this house and kind of feeds them to the ghosts or spirits that live there. And I remember standing at the door like, let me out. And then all of a sudden, the front part, the foyer part, turns into an elevator shaft. And I remember holding on to kind of like a ledge and being pulled down one by one by the ghosts. Like each of the ghosts grabbed my leg and were pulling, but weren't able to because I had a really good grip. And eventually they all tried pulling me at the same time because they weren't able to one by one. And then when they all kind of like consumed me, that's when I woke up. But yeah, so it's pretty interesting, like what I'm viewing when I'm reading this. But yeah, so back to the cards. So house buildings. House and buildings represent the dreamer's sense of self. The themes for this card is rooms in the house falling, house needing repair, house needing repair, getting lost in the house, other building, stairs, corridors, windows. A dream about a house often indicates how you feel about yourself. Different rooms and features represent different parts of you. A house in your dream reveals a great deal about your emotional, physical, and personal life. Generally, if the house is run down and needs repair, it means that you are neglecting parts of yourself or your responsibilities. The kitchen is the heart of the home, the nourishing center, and represents your emotions and family life. If there are conflicts in your life, the kitchen and living room are where they take place in dreams. They are the hubs of the home where you interact and relax. Bedrooms indicate intimacy and privacy, so consider what's happening in your real life. If you dream of an attic, you may be exploring your higher self, striving to improve your mind, or it could be where your memories are stored away. Basements are places you lock your hidden fears. They also represent your subconscious mind. Dreaming of plumbing problems in the bathroom means you are not processing your feelings. Bathrooms are a place of cleansing and renewal. Consider saying no more often to people's requests. Balconies give you a great view so that you can remain detached, whereas windows give you perspectives and insights into what's going on around you. If halls and corridors represent life transitions, stairs symbolize the efforts you need to take to step up and achieve your goal. Doors represent opportunities and change. A hidden or secret room is about discovering neglected potential or unknown parts of yourself. Other buildings represent how you see yourself in the public arena. So church, a place to assess your life, a sanctuary, hotel, a temporary state, a desire to make a change in your life, museum or library, the social aspect of your life and work relationships, beauty salon, self-image. So I'm just going to reread the one sentence that stuck out to me the most. A hidden or secret room is about discovering neglected potential or unknown parts of yourself. So the front part of the foyer turning into an elevator shaft was almost as if the elevator shaft was a secret room. It's kind of almost like, picture a hatch door like by the front, and in my dream it just kind of disappeared. But in real life, obviously, if there's a hidden room, you got to open a door, open a hatch or something like that. And I find it interesting because it says a hidden or secret room is about discovering neglected potential or unknown parts of yourself. I have started a spiritual journey. I was reading the Bible, not for religious views. I mean, I do believe in God, but, we won't talk about that. We won't make it religious, but I do believe in God. But in the sense, I am going to talk about it. I lied. In the sense of knowing that God is everything. God is people. God is energy. God is light. God is dark. Everything. Like everything you see around you, God is every atom, every being, every element. That is the God that I believe in. And other people believe in different gods, and that's okay. But I've been on this spiritual journey. And starting to read the Bible led me to all these other things like the Book of Enoch and all these different things, and opening the door back up to my dreams and everything like that. So that's where I am. And I had that door closed for such a long time. And it says discovering neglected potential or unknown parts of yourself. Like I'm doing that. That's what I'm doing right now. You guys are on this journey with me, and I'm learning new things and sharing them with you and trying to get all the information I can. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't know, for the person who messaged me their dream, if any of this resonates with you. I hope you do get something out of it. I know we already did discuss what I think the dream means. And I mean, if you got something from that as well, that's really cool. I really appreciate you messaging me, but hopefully you get something from that. I am going to read the second card that I pulled for my friend's dream. This one does not relate to my dream. This is more so for my friend's dream. And I don't know if any of this resonates with you, because again, I know we did already discuss what I think the dream means. But I'll read this anyways, just in case you are able to pull something from this. So this is the colors and numbers card. It says, colors and numbers symbolize how you view the world and its synchronicities. And the themes for it are seeing colors, generally, odd colors that don't match an object, colors of clothing, objects, cars, blood, numbers relating to lottery, phone numbers, money amounts, numbers for racing, house numbers, temperature, age, time. I think that the one that would probably be the most relatable is house numbers, because you said that you were seeing numbers on the front and back of the house, I think it was. So let's continue here. Most people dream in color, and women are more likely to do so than men. If you do not dream in color or cannot recall color in your dreams, do not be concerned, as the dream indicates that it does not matter. Shades of black, white, and gray suggest that it's the object or the action around it in the dream that is important and not the detail. The dreaming mind goes to a great deal of trouble to highlight certain colors to make you pay attention to your feelings, negative and positive ones. You may be afraid to admit to having certain feelings about situations in your life, or you simply are not aware of them consciously. The following colors are associated with these images and feelings. Green equals life and growth or stagnation and envy. Yellow equals evolved and coward. Blue equals authenticity and sadness. Orange equals compassion and toxic. Red equals energy and danger. Black equals mystery and unconscious. White equals spiritual and artificial. Look at the relationship between the numbers in your date of birth, your house number or family group, or any other events that are significant to you. It could be a timetable, flight number, time on the clock, or many number-related things. Your dream may be alerting you to some relevance to these numbers. If you dream of numbers, write them down. So I don't know if any of that resonates with you. Maybe if you can remember the numbers that you've seen, maybe they do relate to something in your waking life. But yeah, that's the 2 cards that I read. And then again, I did pull an oracle card, and I wasn't going to, but when I did my first recording that I had technical difficulties with, I decided to, and I ended up shuffling. And while I was shuffling, I was saying, to the universe, tell me what we need to hear today. I was actually pulling a card for everyone. And the card that I ended up pulling did really resonate with me. And I hope it, resonates with you guys. But if not, that is okay, because it is still interesting. So the card is Flow. And it says, observe the wonders as they occur around you. Don't claim them. Feel the artistry moving through and be silent. Be in the flow. If you swim against the current, the struggle will get you nowhere and will only leave you feeling worn out and discouraged. Let go of the shore and allow the currents to take you in their natural direction. All will be effortless if you let it all go. Exerting unnecessary effort to make things happen does not work. If there is something in your life that you can't control, let it go. If you are not getting the results you want, let it go. Know that you can overcome challenges if you go with the flow. Watch the ebb and flow of the ocean and how effortlessly the tides move. A stone that is tumbled and carried by the flow of the water ends up polished. Be like the stone. You will discover a smoother and more gentle you. Be aware of friction around you, but do not rub against it. Choose to remain in the flow. Tears express your emotions. Release them and let them flow. You will feel lighter for it, and it will keep at bay the feeling of being swamped emotionally. You then control the flow of your emotional bank. Watch what is happening around you, but don't get caught up in the emotional drama. Live in the now. This is actually, it's funny. Again, I already did read this description, but something else just came to my mind too. So the first thing being, I had this discussion with my friend, as I mentioned, about wanting to get all this information, being so impatient. And, my friend did say, let it come naturally. Don't force anything. And I was like, yeah, whatever. I'll do that. I'll just let it come naturally. And here again, the universe is saying, listen to your friend. She is wise and knowledgeable, because you do have to take things naturally, allow them to happen and occur naturally, and go with the flow. And actually, the second thing that just came to me was one of my dreams, and I'll that's going to be an episode, so I won't give any spoilers, but I had a dream where somebody came to me and said something kind of similar to this. And it's just interesting, like, how the universe is just spinning and throwing things at you and telling you and showing you, like, you need to be doing this, don't be doing that. But we usually always ignore the universe and do whatever we want, and then something else happens and the universe is like, see, I told you, you should have listened to me. So I think I'm definitely going to listen to my friend who said the message first, but the universe is telling me too. So I'm just going to listen to it. I'm going to let things flow naturally. I'm not going to rush anything. I'm going to read one book at a time. I have a list of things that I'm getting from these books that I now want to research. So I'm just going to take one thing off the list and go with it and just go with the flow. And everything happens the way that it's supposed to be. Nothing should be rushed or pushed or forced. Everything should be happening naturally, and that is what I'm going to embrace. I am going to embrace going with the flow. So thank you so much to my friend, the one who messaged me their dream, the other one who told me this message, and you are both, I thank you both so much, and you're both great. That was pretty exciting. I'm so happy that I found these cards. I opened this door. I'm going to continue walking through this door, and you guys are all on this journey with me. And if there's anybody else who wants to message me a dream, we can discuss it. We will go over it. I will pull a card. If there is one that is relatable to your dream, I will do that. If not, I have, I think, 2 different dream dictionaries here, which I don't really like the dream dictionaries just because there's not so much information or different scenarios or themes as these dream reading cards have, but that's okay. Thank you guys so much for listening. I can't wait to share all this information that I'm going to be, actually, I can wait to share. That is pushing and forcing. Okay. Well, anyways, you guys should continue to listen and learn and grow with me. I appreciate you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to listen to my episodes. If you don't already know and you're not already following me, I am on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, as well as iHeartRadio. I will soon be on YouTube. I'm in the works of creating a little video for that. So please follow, share, whatever you can do to support me. I would really appreciate that. I hope you guys have a great week and sweet dreams, everybody.